Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live.
Habari Live.
From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast, the show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Skip that one.
All right, so it went green. Can you? All right, so I think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
We just lost everybody. Anyway, go ahead, man.
Anyway, Donald Trump this week reportedly is considering extending health care subsidies through, although he expresses some sort of hesitation amid speculation that the White House has floated a possible extension of subsidies under the Affordable Care Act, which currently helps many Americans be able to afford their insurance. However, Trump has publicly said that he would prefer not to extend those subsidies, although he did concede that a short term extension may be needed, according to Reuters.
Yeah, man. The Republican Party has been thinking about putting together well, Trump anyway has been thinking about putting together a plan um, to um, to figure out exactly what they're going to do with healthcare. Um, we know they don't have a plan. They just wanted to rip up Obamacare. Obamacare, I know a lot of people try to blame it for everything, act like it's the worst thing ever, but it did give more people access to health insurance. More people have been covered over the last 10, 15 years under Obamacare. So we have to figure out, man, a way to make this work, man. People need healthcare insurance. If we're not going to give access, we're not going to take it away. I mean, that's not going to really help anyone.
Right.
So we have to figure out a way to give more people access. Trump and company, MAGA, has been doing everything they can to tear apart the ACA, to make sure that people that it dies and those things that kill it makes health insurance more expensive. And as it get more expensive, more and more of us cannot afford to get care. And that's what's going on, man. You know, more and more people are losing health care, and more people are looking bad, and it's getting more expensive. Like I say all the time, we have the most expensive insurance, health care, and we're getting the least outcomes when it comes to medicine. So we have to figure out a way to get better care, man. The mission should be single payer health care. That's what I think the outcome should be. But do liberals have the balls to push it through? The Republicans, we know they want to go back to the old days of people getting turned away for medicines and things that ailments that they had before, and these are things that we don't want to see happen. I mean, it's just we can't see that happen right now. A lot of people would be hurt to put your kids under your insurance until they're 25. That's been a plus. There's been all type things under the ACA that has helped Americans. And I know, a lot of Republicans, they blame ACA. They didn't care about how expensive everything was before it, but after it, that's all they talk about. So it's always some ignorance when it comes to these bills. But like I said, without it, I couldn't imagine what the prices would be. And that's why Trump is thinking about either giving the subsidies and letting the subsidies go through for a little while until they think of something better. And they've had 9 years to think of something better, and somehow they cannot come up with anything that works. So we're left there with this. Do you think that the Republicans have a plan? Do you think that the Republicans can do anything with healthcare that's going to help the people? Because we all know that to me, we've seen what they're about. We've seen over the last 10 years what Trump has came up with. He had 4 years while Biden was in office to come up with a plan. And he hasn't came up with one thing that is going to help anyone. Yeah, Trump is good, but what has Trump done to help healthcare? What policy has he put in place? I mean, just ripping up ACA is not enough. What is his plan to help the poor? To help those that are not getting care? I mean, that's the major thing that we think should be focused on, and we're not doing a good job of that. But what you got?
A former student at University of Virginia has been given 5 life sentences after pleading guilty to fatally shooting 3 football players, Devin Chandler, Lavelle Davis Jr., and Deshaun Perry, aboard a charter bus returning from a school trip in 2022, according to the AP. 2 others were also wounded in the shooting, and the judge said that the killings were premeditated and not prompted by immediate threats or bullying, again, according to the AP. The case did shake the UVA community, triggering a prolonged campus lockdown at the time, and has renewed scrutiny over how the university handled prior concerns about the shooter.
I don't know. I didn't know enough about this case to really speak anything on it. I didn't read up on this case, so I don't know the ins and outs of the person that was arrested. But just another day in America. Terrible gun violence, something that we can't seem to get away from. You know, they said that if we loosen the gun laws, then we'll have less killings and less shootings. But that doesn't seem to be the outcome of loosening the laws. They said if we give more people guns, then that will make it safer and people will be scared because everyone has a gun. That doesn't seem to be the outcome. It's just more violence, more shooting, more violence. And, you know, now, as we would discuss, you know, these people are okay with bringing in the National Guard. You know, they're okay with that. Let's bring in the military. You know, these
You're right.
weird
Speaking
stuff.
of the National Guard, 2 members were shot today in what authorities call a targeted attack near the White House. 2 members of the West Virginia National Guard were shot just blocks from the White House in what the officials are describing as, again, a targeted attack. The suspects are in custody, and authorities are investigating the particular motive behind the incident. Although security has been heightened in Washington, D.C., while the case is still developing, the shooting has raised serious questions about the vulnerability of military personnel providing security in high-profile areas of the Capitol.
Oh, man. It's sad, man. Shot earlier today while on duty near the National Mall. Details about the shooter and the motive are still limited. No one knows exactly what's going on, but that hasn't stopped Republicans from trying to blame Democrats. Weirdos, dude. And, you know, but what we do know is that both guardsmen were targeted in a sudden violent attack that has sent shockwaves through the city and the country. This is a very sad event. No one wants to see the National Guard get hurt. But, man, seems to me that they... Go ahead, man.
Yeah. The National Guard has also been deployed around key federal sites for a standard security assistance. Not riot control, not demonstrations, just routine federal support. While eyewitnesses say the attack happened without warning, and investigators are still piecing together exactly what unfolded and how it unfolded.
But even before law enforcement gave updates, the political reaction started pouring in, and some of it has already taken a very dark turn.
Yep, you're right. Conservative commentator Pete Hegseth immediately seized on the moment, arguing that the attack proves the need to deploy 500 more National Guard troops to Washington, suggesting that the city is spiraling out of control. While critics say that the rush to militarize the situation is premature, especially with little confirmed information from the authorities in the area.
Yeah, man. But, you know, that doesn't stop Mr. Defense of War, Pete Hegseth. You know, this dude is, man, he sucks. You know, and the situation is already ratcheted up. They make sure to ratchet it up even more. And on the other side of political commentary, we have Harry Sasson. He issued a warning about exactly that. He posted, as expected, MAGA is already spreading conspiracy theories and blaming Democrats for the shooting of 2 National Guardsmen in D.C. today. We know nothing about the situation or the shooter, and they're already politicizing it. It's pretty gross, as he says. Sedition called out the immediate flood of right-wing narratives being pushed online without evidence while the victims were still being transported to the hospital. We do know they both passed away, and sadly. But to see people quickly politicizing this
Right.
is just disgusting, man.
Exactly. And then you have Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who responded with a tone that raised eyebrows. She tweeted, "Heartbreaking. I'm praying for their families. Every time I see the National Guard, they are so nice and respectful. I've seen them picking up trash on the National Mall, and the ones that I've seen have not been armed."
Greene's message, it's struck a softer emotional chord, but critics noted how quickly she moves to emphasize that the guardsmen she has seen were not armed, framing them as vulnerable and defensive. And if they're I just wish they weren't there, me myself. I just wish they weren't there. I mean, they don't have to be there. There's no reason for the guardsmen to be there. They could be doing something in training, doing something that's really worth some time. Go ahead.
But what's clear tonight is that two service members were attacked in our nation's capital. And before investigators have even finished securing the scene, the political machine kicked into high gear, spinning, blaming, and exploiting fear long before the facts are even known.
Yeah, man, that's pretty sad. The same blame game, the same pointing fingers game that the Republicans keep playing when a murder happens. And they want to point fingers before we even know what's going on. I don't know what they get kicks out of trying to blame the left, because we've seen the violence that's been coming from the right. And I guess they want to say, hey, the left is just as bad. I don't know. I don't get that. It doesn't make any sense. But we'll continue to track updates as they come in. For now, our thoughts with the families of those two guardsmen as we wait for real answers, not political ones. And we'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. But it's trash, man, that this is even happening. Like I said, I just wish that the people weren't there. They should have been somewhere else. They shouldn't even be in D.C. And it's why can't he just hire more police officers? Why can't he give them more funding in the police instead of doing what he's doing right now? It's not helping. And I don't care what no one says. This is not helping. And sending in 500 more troops is not going to make it any better. It's trash, man. And using these people as pawns. And we had another person say, because of the video that the Democrats put out, this is the reason why this was done. Now, I forget exactly who said this. But this is the type crap that's being said from people that's in high positions. Trash. You don't even know what's going on. We don't even know who the guy is. And we do not know what situation or why this guy did this. Yeah, I agree, man. They should not be there. And they're talking about sending 500 more. They just want to keep ratcheting this up. A judge has already said that they shouldn't be there, that this was illegal. This is illegal. Then they get mad when the video comes out talking about hang them, kill them, just because they said do not follow unlawful orders. Why is Trump and Pete Hegseth so pissed off? Why? Because they want to push unlawful orders and they want the military to do whatever they say. And they don't like it that the Democrats are telling them not to, because they want to be able to tell people, hey, let's go into this city and take it over. Take out the Democrats and the poor people and the brown people. This is what they're trying to do. They are right. The National Guard has never done this before. The don't tread on me people are okay with the motherfucking military being all in our towns. But like I told a guy earlier today, when the Democrat getting power and he sends the military to your town, I hope you feel okay. Because I know what y'all will be saying. But it's okay when it's DC and these areas that are supposedly black areas. But if this was turned around and this was a Democrat doing this, y'all would already have your guns strapped up. You'll already be
They would
trying to take
trying
over
to
the
impeach him.
government. Just like you did on January 6th. The don't tread on me people are okay with other people being treaded on. As long as they feel as though it's in their neighborhood. We have the military attacking our regular citizens. And people are okay with that.
Yeah, they are.
Talking about boo-hoo, you're crying, victim. The military should not be in the cities unless the cities have a big problem that they cannot handle. There is no reason for the National Guard. Everyone that talks about the National Guard that's over in DC, they talk about them and they discuss them in the purview of them picking up trash and pieces of paper.
Mm-hmm.
They have nothing to do. They are not trained to pull people over. They are not trained to do anything but walk around. So, I mean, this is a waste of our troops. They could be helping people in places that still need help, like St. Louis needs help. Like a lot of places that have been hit by these disasters, and he's ignoring them because he wants to destroy FEMA. Send the National Guard to St. Louis to help these people rebuild their homes. They're struggling. All of this money that's being spent is dumb.
DC has become much safer, yet 2 National Guardsmen
Just got shot.
Just got
two
killed.
National Guards just got killed today. So his safer shit is it seems to be backfiring. You have the National Guard getting shot up
in DC.
I mean, obviously this it's not working, man. This is not working. This is not working. We have to do something different. I don't know nothing you just said, bro. That shit makes no sense. So the things that that we're really seeing is Trump and the administration upset. But we've seen a lot of things happening as more people may be going the route of Marjorie Taylor Greene. As House GOP implosion threatens Johnson's speakership. But, you know, the Republican Party and what they're doing right now, you know, the things that they're doing in Venezuela, how they're trying to start war there, the language that they're pushing in Nigeria, trying to start war there, talking about the Christians are being persecuted, the same thing they did in South Africa. It seems like they're going across the world trying to find wars to get into, trying to find things and people that they can go and kill. It seems like that is what Trump is doing. I mean, we see what he's doing in Venezuela. Venezuela is not backing down, so it may be a confrontation when it comes to that. And we've seen it, man. He's not the peace guy. He's not Mr. Peace. He's looking for war. And, you know, you would think after the National Guard is targeted that he would think to himself, maybe I should, you know, get these people out of here. But, you know, no, man, we're going to keep on going, man. Keep on going. Go ahead.
You know what? You're right, Damon. What happened today is being described inside the Capitol as a nightmare, as Nightmare Monday news for Donald Trump and Speaker Mike Johnson. And honestly, it might just be the beginning of the total collapse of the House Republican majority, in my opinion.
Yeah, it could be. They are killing Christians. A lot of people are dying in Nigeria. They have violence on both sides when it comes to more Muslims and Christians. In fact, more Muslims have been killed. They have a lot of issues that's going on in Nigeria. And for you guys to pick one side like you always do. You don't care about all the people, just the Christians. And it's bullshit, because if they cared about them, yeah, they would do the things to make sure that African countries get all their money and their resources instead of stealing it, everything from them. But hey, that's what we do there. We make sure we take. We make sure we don't help these countries. We don't trade with these countries, and make sure that these countries are getting anything to get out of the situations they're in. We don't help them. The shit been going on in Sudan, genocide in Sudan. No one's did a thing. No one's went over to try to stop these groups. Boko Haram's been running around for years. No one does anything at all. But here's the headline. Punchbowl News is reporting that an explosive wave of House Republican is preparing to resign early. Following the stunning exit of Marjorie Taylor Greene last week, it looks like more Republicans are deciding to resign.
Yep. And political insiders are calling it panic, pure panic. According to reporter Jake Sherman, Republican lawmakers were texting him all weekend saying that they were ready to quit in the middle of their terms as well.
Yeah, man. And Sherman shared one other particularly furious message from a senior GOP member. Listen to this. Their entire White House team has treated all members like garbage. All of them. And Mike Johnson has let it happen. Morale has never been lower in the Republican Party. More explosive early resignations are coming. This is a tinderbox, is what they call it.
A tinderbox? And they didn't stop there. The same Republican predicted that Mike Johnson will be stripped of his gavel and the GOP will lose majority before this term is out.
Yeah.
Looks like they're doing it.
Yeah, man.
Looks like it's happening.
A lot of people are asking themselves, why are we staying in this mess? As Trump and his cronies are pushing down pressure on the Congress and Senate to let them do whatever they want, and for Congress to have no balls to do anything about what Trump is doing. They are not holding them a check. They are not holding them accountable. They are letting the Trump administration do and say whatever they want. Congress are supposed to be the ones that run the purse. Who's running that? Trump. Trump is making whatever budget decisions he wants. He is killing whoever he wants without the okay from Congress to start a war with Venezuela.
Right.
He's doing whatever he wants to. He's designated these people as terrorists because they're selling drugs. Now, that's new. That is new. I've never heard of that. How the hell are they terrorists because they sell drugs? But this is a new designation that the Trump administration has put in place just so they can kill people whenever they feel like it. They have created a new designation calling drug dealers terrorists. And the drugs that they bring to the country is terrorism. What? This is craziness. And who the fuck have heard of this before? No one has heard of this. But this is what he's doing. Sherman posted a follow-up a few hours later saying that countless Republicans have confirmed this privately. What's their logic?
Their logic? Why stay in Congress if their entire job is voting on petty censures and sitting around like a potted plant? It's their words. They said it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No, I don't think that drug dealers should be blown apart. And we don't even know if those people on the boats were drug dealers. We're just taking their word for it. They haven't shown us any proof that these people are fucking drug dealers. They're just blowing people apart. Everybody keeps saying that the amount of times that they would have to gas up in those boats to make it to America is 22 times. So obviously somebody's making a miscalculation or somebody's fucking lying. I mean, I'm used to get the drugs just like they made the big drug bust the other day. Huge drug bust. They caught the drugs. Now they're trying to catch the people. You show everyone what you caught, what was in the drop. You don't just kill them. This is disgusting stuff, man. But these are the things that the Trump administration are doing, and Republicans, they're feeling like they can't take the pressure. Why these guys do illegal actions, starting illegal wars. Now, let's talk about the Marjorie Taylor Greene factor in some of this, man. This all began snowballing after Marjorie Taylor Greene's shocking resignation on Friday. And I never thought I'd say this, but for once we actually agree with Marjorie. I mean, the last few weeks I've agreed with her.
Right.
But I've definitely agreed with her lately.
Yep. Greene said that she was standing up for Jeffrey Epstein's victims by demanding transparency on the Epstein files, and that she shouldn't be called a traitor and threatened by the president just for doing so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, her exit cracked the dam. It's probably just not plugged in. Yeah. Turn it off and back on. And Republicans already believe they're going to lose the midterms. That's a combination is sending lawmakers toward the exits. Republicans are done. They're sick of the bull with Donald Trump. So Speaker Johnson, he's got the news that more Republicans may be resigning soon.
More may be resigning soon.
So while the GOP members are fleeing?
Let's be real. Why would anyone want to stick around right now? Because when the full scope of Trump's relationship with Epstein becomes public, every Republican who protected him will be permanently stained by it.
Mm. And they deserved it. They deserve it.
They do.
They deserve whatever comes. Whatever information comes out. Whatever information comes out, they all deserve to be stuck with it. Mm-hmm. They fought so hard.
So they should be held accountable.
To keep these files hidden.
Yep.
And that's not the only disaster, man. Trump's hands, consumer prices are skyrocketing from tariffs. Healthcare premiums looks to be going up to the roof pretty soon. We have no economic plans, no health plans, and no legislative wins when it comes to this whack-ass president.
Yep. Add that to a possible government shutdown at the end of January. Again. And you got a party that's starting a political avalanche. Why? What's the purpose? What for?
Yeah. I mean, we again, they'll have a budget a fight coming up at the beginning of the year after December. And, you know, the way Trump has marched around acting like he's the man because he won. And that's not how a president acts, man. A president is supposed to be able to bring everyone together, supposed to bring both sides together, make sure that everyone is unhappy and everyone didn't get exactly what they wanted. And that's the way it's supposed to work. Right now, the Republicans are saying, hey, we're just going to get what we want. But that comes with consequences. Big consequences. The consequences are going to come fast. We know most presidents, and especially presidents with the ratings that Trump have right now, they lose the midterms. Once he loses the midterms, this is his second term. He's not going to get a third one. They can have Trump 2028 hats all they fucking want to. It's not going to fucking happen.
Constitution forbids it.
It's not going to happen. So we'll see. But it looks to me when he loses the midterms, and we're all hoping that happens, he's going to be a lame dunk president, and he's going to be impeached immediately.
Articles already written. Because
of all of the crimes that this dude is committing. So what does that mean for old Speaker MAGA Mike Johnson? It's a numbers nightmare, man. Republicans already have a razor-thin margin. Greene leaving drops them closer to the edge.
Yep. And a special election might just help them if they win. But Democrats are favored in majority of the races that are happening just next month.
Steve Primavera, stop lying, bro. Obama's ratings have never been this bad. You just stop lying. Stop it. A special election. I mean, I guess. What's going on right now, man? It's going to be tough for Republicans. They're talking about in a Tennessee seat that Donald Trump won by 20 points. Right now, the Democrat is losing by 2 points. That's how big of a swing everything's been so far towards Democrats from the Republican Party. Right now, in a deep red state, deep red area, a Democrat is losing by 2 points and is making it a fighting chance and making it competitive. Competitive. In a state where Republicans kill, they run everything. But Trump has done such a horrible job. 87 what? What, boy? Dog, Trump ratings is like 33% right now.
Cheryl
Man,
Schultz, Trump was impeached years ago.
Yes, he was impeached, but they didn't have the numbers
to remove him from
to be able
office.
to remove him off to get the votes to get him removed.
But so, he was definitely
impeached. He was impeached, I think, twice.
Twice, right. Yeah.
So if things break the wrong way, the House could end up 218 to 216. And at that point, just one Republican's resignation could sink Johnson's speakership entirely.
One vote?
One vote.
Eesh. So this is not just one resignation. This is a political earthquake. That one vote could have just been Marjorie Taylor Greene's chair.
Yeah, man. If Marjorie's chair goes to a Democrat, it's gonna be some. Oof. I mean, this is a red area, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna put my hopes up, or either in the Tennessee seat that the Democrat is making it competitive. I'm not gonna get my hopes up on those situations, but the way things are going for the GOP right now and how horrible Donald Trump has created this economic situation and how bad that is, and people not getting their food stamps, and him making everybody reapply for the food stamps. After he went to the Supreme Court to try to make sure that he didn't have to pay during the shutdown. He used food stamps as a bargaining chip. Then he used it to say, nah, we want everybody to reapply. Just terrible, man. Made it harder for people to get food. And that's insane. You're okay, you can go to sleep with that because you're a piece of shit. That's how. So more GOP members are resigning. Johnson's gavel is in danger. Trump's coalition is fucking cracking. Exactly the kind of chaos that happens when a party is held hostage by fear, grievance, and one man's ego and scandals.
But more on this story as it develops. So please like and share. It helps us reach more people here at Habari Live.
Yeah, man. We're going to keep the discussion going. Keep it going. Keep the party hot. But we know, man, we've seen a lot of mess happening this week. And one of the big ones we've seen is the legal shockwaves as James Comey and Letitia James cases has been dismissed. The Trump administration has said it's a technicality and they'll be back trying to charge them with something else. But we know that the statute of limitations has already passed when it comes to Comey. Letitia James, she might be in another book, so they may still come after her. But it's done when it comes to Comey. They had a last second heave ho to try to get him, and they did not. They was able to get the indictment in time to beat the statute of limitations. But with the case being brought to the grand jury in a terrible, terrible way, it was all thrown out of court.
Mhm.
Bad lawyer, bad case, thrown out. Now they'll probably still try to make amends and try to run it back. Well, we all know they're going to lose again because this is a losing case, because this is nothing but Trump trying to push revenge because they found him and he was found guilty. Now today in Georgia, they did kick back his voter fraud case.
Mhm.
Kick that out. Now that the case that he was going to be found guilty on, because they have the dude on the phone asking people to find more votes.
Right.
They have Giuliani running around telling people to push forward and say that Trump won. We have them. We know that they put in fake electors to try to make people say that he won. So he would have lost this case, but in Georgia, they're bowing to the king. They're letting him do whatever the hell he wants to. Bowing down, they're kicking out the case. They're dismissing the case against the King Trump. And I wish it was like, what is it, Brazil? What is it? Maduro that's in jail. I forget dude's name, but he's in jail. Bro tried to do the same shit to Trump. He's in jail right now. Brazil ain't playing. What we doing? We get these motherfuckers a pardon, a pass, let them out of jail. Trump should be in jail for what he did on January 6th. Any other country in the world, this dude would be in jail. But nah. Our next story is another major blow to Donald Trump's legal and political strategy. And it unfolded fast. I think it was yesterday or the day before. That legal analysts are calling an extraordinary and unprecedented rebuke. A federal judge has dismissed the criminal indictments against both former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. From the heart of the ruling, the judge didn't just throw out the charges. She blew up the entire foundation of Trump's bullshit prosecutions.
Yep. The problem, the prosecutor who brought the case, the former Trump attorney Lindsey Halligan, was never lawfully appointed to act as a federal prosecutor.
Yeah, Trump, he wanted Letitia James and Comey. He wanted them indictments for them so bad that he fired the person that told him continuously that this case is not worth to take it to the grand jury. But Trump didn't want that. He wanted his revenge. So let's repeat that. The person who ran the grand jury fired the charges and signed the indictments. They had no legal authority to do any of that.
No legal authority. But Judge Kerry's explosive findings agreed with Comey's legal argument that Halligan's appointment was unconstitutional. So here's the judge's exact language, and it's devastating.
So the judge said, because Ms. Halligan had no lawful authority to present the indictment, I will grant Mr. Comey's motion and dismiss this indictment.
But she didn't stop there. Judge Kerry also added that
all actions flowing from Ms. Halligan's defective appointment, including securing and signing Mr. Comey's indictment, were unlawful exercises of executive power and hereby set aside.
She described Halligan accurately as a former White House aide with no prior prosecutorial experience.
No, she was a real estate lawyer. But she's going to do whatever Trump said. Trump put her in place, like he put everyone who's going to be a crony. We look at his cabinet. All these people have no experience in the jobs that they put him in place. But you know what? They're going to do exactly what Trump says. And that's all he cares about. He doesn't care if the people have no qualifications. They holler and scream about DEI, and they put these people in place who have no idea what the fuck they're doing. We hear down the rumor mill that old Kash Patel looks like he may be getting fired soon. That's what's coming down the pipeline, that he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's sending his girlfriend on jets. He's sending private protection for his old lady. It's about to getting fired, it's look like. They already have the person in place who's going to be his replacement. And this guy, Kash Patel, has been awful, horrible. And we're not the only people that fucking see that this guy is way over his fucking head and has no idea what he's doing. But it looks like he's about to get fired. And Trump is going to go with someone else because Kash doesn't know what the hell he's doing. At all. He looks like a fucking deer in headlights when he's on the stage. I don't know what the fuck this guy's looking at. But he's lost. And he has no idea what's going on. But Letitia James, her case also collapses. It's collapsing. In a separate but nearly identical ruling, the judge dismissed the indictment against New York Attorney General Letitia James.
Yep. Judge Carey wrote that this was a unique, if not unprecedented situation where an unconstitutionally appointed prosecutor acted alone in conducting a grand jury proceeding and securing an indictment.
The grand jury didn't even see all the information. The next day, they tried to come out and say, "Oh yeah, they saw the information." The grand jury didn't even see the full indictment. They say they only went to 2 people from the grand jury. This dude put a preschooler in charge of a college essay. That's what he did. This person has no idea what they was doing. No idea. Yeah, the case was dismissed with prejudice, so they can try to appeal. They can try to bring the case back when it comes to Letitia James. But with Comey, the statute of limitations has passed. So it's over with James Comey. He's done. There's nothing they can do about the bullshit story that they made up with him. Their evidence with Letitia James is garbage. They're going to lose again. And whatever they do, they're wasting taxpayer dollars every time. Every case that's thrown out. More money that's being flushed down the fucking drain. And all of you people are okay with that. But y'all so pissed off with somebody from welfare gonna buy a bag of chips. But all the money that Trump is fucking throwing down the toilet, flushing, for he can have gold everywhere.
They don't care.
They don't give a fuck. I heard a dude say this dude is building a ballroom. That might be the gayest thing I ever heard in my life. He said, "Man, this politics stuff is stressing. I need to dance." I thought that was funny. You know, that means that the entire process was invalid from the start, man. Everything that Trump has put in place, he tweeted about it. Get them. Go and get them. That's enough evidence to throw out the case anyway. The fact that he would even tweet this, it's just ridiculous. How stupid can you be? I mean, you cannot be this dumb.
They are.
But this is what we're dealing with. So what does this mean politically, man?
Politically, let's be clear. These cases were some of Trump's biggest political talking points. He was using them to smear Comey, his longtime enemy, and to attack Letitia James for prosecuting him in New York.
Yeah, that's what he was using these cases for. Revenge.
Sounds like revenge to me.
Revenge. We have a president that's hell-bent on revenge, not being the leader, not making sure that Americans are taken care of. He's looking for his own revenge. The president. It's ridiculous, man. Like, damn, dude, this dude is supposed to be trying to get prices down, trying to work with Democrats to do something about healthcare, trying to do something to fix this country and the problems that we have. I took a ride around Phoenix today, man. Rode around on the kind of west side because now, it's so far west. It's not even the west side anymore when you get to 51st and 57th Avenue. But we were over there at 57th Avenue in like Indian School, Peoria, something like that, man. And dude, the trash, the homeless, it's ridiculous, man. Just homeless people just hanging out on the side of the roads. Man, I mean, dude, it's disgusting. The way the city looks. And he's not doing anything about these problems that he's killing drug dealers. I don't know how that's helping us. We got people we saw people sleep on the side of dozing off because they're on drugs and dope. Like, it's horrible. The city looks horrible. This is not the city that I moved to when I came to Phoenix. It's disgusting. And we're doing nothing to help these people. Trash, buggies and carts, everybody just standing around on the side of the fucking road. What are Republicans in the state doing? Trying to make it illegal to ask for money. Mm-hmm. They're not doing anything to try to help all these people to try to clean this shit up. No one's picking this fucking trash up like they used to. Now, I give it to Arpaio. They clean. The shit used to be clean.
He did that.
I didn't like the methods, putting people in black and white and making them clean up. But we need to get back to doing something because right now this is disgusting. Pink
scrubs that he was putting them in.
Putting them in all pink, black and white stripes and shit. You just got a misdemeanor. He putting you out there in black and white stripes. Like, it was too far. But we still need a program, man, where somebody's cleaning things up because right now the city is looking bad. And it's not looking good.
It was a lot cleaner under him. I give him that.
Police aren't doing anything.
Nothing.
We got people standing on the side of the roads, just fucking up people's businesses and their homes. Motherfuckers got trash and carts every goddamn where. Like, bro, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to help these people. We're just not going to do shit. Like, I understand that drugs, alcohol, mental issues. We're not doing anything, man. The city is disgusting. And what is Trump doing? Nothing. Trying to get revenge on his political opponents. It's fucking disgusting. So the cases are dead. They're going to try to bring them back to life, but they're dead. Halligan's appointment is being compared to a rogue political operation, not a legitimate federal prosecution. It's disgusting that he put this girl in charge. She don't know what the hell she's doing.
Yep. And legally, this sets a precedent. If Trump's allies try to weaponize the DOJ with unqualified loyalists, courts are already ready to shut it down.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's not illegals that I'm seeing that's homeless, brother. They're mostly white people that I'm seeing. We're in Phoenix, Arizona. It's not Mexicans that's on the side of the road. It's white people. So you can try to mix it and call them illegals, but you're wrong. That's not the people who are on dope. That's not the people I see. So in the span of the last couple of days, Republicans are threatening mass resignations. Mike Johnson's speakership is hanging on by a fucking thread. And now 2 major back criminal cases have collapsed in Trump's stupid ass face.
Yep. And a level of political and legal chaos we haven't seen in years. That's where we're at right now. But we'll continue tracking every bit of it, and we'll keep you updated on everything that happens.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So always stick with us, man. If you love good articles and good reading about politics, news, sports, make sure to go to habaryentertainment.com. We're always updating with new things that's going on and everything that's going on in the world of news and sports, like I said. And, the podcast is there. And we also, if you ever need any photography or event coverage, make sure to hit us up at info@habaryentertainment.com. We will cover your event if you are in the Phoenix area. So Trump has been very, very upset at Mark Kelly this week. He's called sedition, and he's asked for a court martial, and he's looking for sedition of 6 Democrats that were in the video. He's really upset about them, saying that soldiers should not follow illegal orders. He's upset. He's pissed off because he knows his orders are going to be illegal, and he wants people to follow his illegal, dangerous orders. When they said following illegal orders, you would think the president would be like, "Hey, I'm not going to do anything illegal." So that's nothing. There's no reason for me to even think about the Democrat video. I'm not doing anything that's illegal. I'm going to follow the law. But a criminal, when he hears things like that, that's not what he thinks. The first thing he thinks about is, you're trying to get my people, my followers, to go against me. Because he doesn't follow the law. He doesn't care about the law. And the first thing he thought about is, why are you trying to make my soldiers not follow me? Because we saw him in front of the soldiers talk about attacking Democrats, the gnats that are Democrats. And let me tell you the illegal orders. His orders from Portland was deemed illegal. His orders in D.C. were deemed illegal by judges. I know you guys don't believe in judges anymore. You want a king that does whatever he wants to, and the judges shouldn't tell him what not to do. But we have seen several judges say that him sending the National Guard to D.C. was illegal. Illegal. I know that y'all, what was illegal that he's done? I know that all y'all have been parroting the same shit all week. If he hasn't done anything illegal, why would he care?
Right.
Why would he give a fuck if he hasn't done anything illegal? If he's not going to tell the military anything illegal, why would he care? Because they didn't say legal orders. They said illegal. And Trump and Hexif, they're pissed. They want him hung. They want him killed. Why? Because they want to be Nazi Germany. They want to be Hitler so bad. They want to be these people who are running the military. They think that they was bringing all the generals in, and they was getting the generals behind them, for they can go to attack the Democrats. That's really what they're trying to do. It is illegal. A judge said it's illegal. Just because you say it isn't, a judge say this was unconstitutional. We don't have a Congress with a backbone right now, so he's doing whatever the fuck he wants to. Dude, just because he owns the Supreme Court doesn't mean shit. Y'all can't just be, oh, well, the Supreme Court hasn't said so yet. Regardless of what, man, his shit is illegal, and judges have said it over and over again. The Supreme Court seems to be licking the balls of Trump and letting him do whatever the fuck he wants to. But this is going to have consequences because he's not going to be in power forever. And they telling them that the president has all power to do whatever the hell he wants, and nothing he does can be held liable for. He can't go to jail for anything he does. Those are the powers they're giving the president right now. While they were stopping Biden and everything that he's doing. Fuck out of here, man. President Trump has called on Arizona Senator a traitor. He's called Mark Kelly a traitor for saying don't follow illegal orders. Like, dude,
And
you're
he's
a
just
crook.
reminding people, hey.
Right. Don't follow illegal orders. He's mad because he knows he's going to push illegal orders because he's a fucking criminal. He accuses him of sedition, and his Pentagon threatens to haul him back into a uniform for a court martial This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
All because Mark Kelly, a former Navy captain, an astronaut, and now a U.S. senator from right here in Arizona, reminded troops that, hey, if it's illegal, you don't have to do it. You don't have to follow illegal orders. As a reminder, hey, you don't got to do it if it's illegal. If it's legal, we ain't saying nothing about it. But the minute that it overcrosses that line and becomes illegal,
right,
you ain't got to do it.
You don't have to do it. I mean, this has been known.
That's common sense.
This is common known in the military. Every military person already knows this. If they do anything that's illegal, they will be held responsible and they will face consequences when the situation is over. If you do anything that's illegal just because your leader said so, don't think that the consequences will not come to your fucking feet, because they will. And we know Republicans are pushing illegal orders. They want a king. They want a president to tell the military to do what they want, attack them on fucking citizens. They would love that. They want nothing less than that. That's all they do want. They want the military attack, especially if they're black and brown people. They love it. Yeah, you see them online. Ice, ice, baby. Yeah, They love it. But we always know what the statement goes, man. You didn't say anything when they came for them. And now people aren't going to say anything when they come for you. It's all good, man. Watch people suffer and clap. But when the suffrage come from your front yard, people going to be clapping. The audience will feel the same way you felt, because you never gave a fuck. We're going to break down what's really going on, what the sedition actually means, and whether this is about law and order or straight up political revenge, like always when it comes to the Trump mafia family.
So, Habari Wednesday starts right now. So let's go ahead and get into it with the next story on how Trump calls everyone a traitor around him.
I mean, if you disagree with Trump, you're a fucking traitor. That's the way it is, man. Everybody's a fucking traitor. Anybody that disagrees with Trump, you're a traitor. Make sure you hit like, man. Subscribe to Habari Entertainment, YouTube. And make sure you guys hit the follow button. We appreciate it, man. But the last story that's happening is in our own backyard in Arizona. President Donald Trump is targeting Senator Mark Kelly, calling him seditious, and even pushing for a possible court-martial after Kelly appeared in a video telling troops that they must refuse all illegal orders. Now, Trump and Hegseth, they took that as fighting words because they know everything they do is illegal. So they want to try to punish him for saying these things.
Let's go ahead and start with the video that set this off, where Senator Mark Kelly and 5 other Democratic lawmakers, all with military or intelligence backgrounds, put out a message aimed at service members and intel personnel. The basic point: you are obligated to refuse illegal orders. That's not radical. That's literally how the law works under the Uniform Code of the Military of Justice.
Mm-hmm.
It's how
You didn't switch the camera.
It's also how the law enforcement and police officers work.
Mm-hmm.
If you're told to do something that's going to break the law, you don't have to listen to that order.
That's real. But Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance jumped on it, called it seditious behavior, and Trump went further, saying that this should be punishable by death, and amplifying a post suggesting they should all be hanged. While sitting there saying that the liberals are the ones that push all the violent rhetoric, he's asking for Democrats to be hung. Now, what Democrat has said that? Not fucking one.
The group is being called the Seditious Six by the administration. The Pentagon then announced that it was investigating Mark Kelly specifically and might recall him to active duty just so they can court-martial him, because as a retired Navy captain, he can technically be brought back under military jurisdiction.
Yeah, man. That's terrible. That's terrible that these people are going to overreact, overreach, and use their fucking political power to put a motherfucking person that is representing their country, has went to the military, unlike Mr. Bone Spurs, unlike Pete Hegseth, who ain't nothing but a fucking commentary person on fucking Fox.
Right.
And these people are gonna come and tell this guy, who is a fucking hero, because he said something that you didn't like, he gets court-martialed. This is the ultimate use of power that's bullshit. And the don't tread on me people have nothing to fucking say. Fucking liars. All y'all fucking flags mean nothing. We got the White House screaming sedition, the Pentagon floating a recall to active duty, and the FBI asking to interview the 6 Democrats behind the video. That's a lot of federal muscle pointed at people for saying, hey, don't follow illegal orders. Now they got the full muscle of the government coming after them for their freedom of speech. They can say what the fuck they want to. This dude is after everybody. We can't say nothing nowadays. And they got these fucking people, the Trumpers, they okay with this. Taking people's first freedom of speech away. That's what this is. Dog, this is disgusting. This is not fucking America. He's trying to hang people because he don't agree with the fuck they said. And you people are sitting here, the people who cried for 4 years because you don't want to take the fucking COVID vaccine. And you want to push illegal information and misinformation about COVID. You cry, well, they don't let us do it. They keep blocking us on our misinformation. This ain't misinformation. He's telling dudes straight up shit that's out the Constitution. That's out the military. Hey, look, you don't have to follow illegal orders. And what's going on? Oh, we want them jailed. We're taking them to court-martial. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting as fuck, G. Go ahead. But like I said, my bad. Yeah, it's on you, my bad.
So let's go ahead and talk about this word, sedation. Under federal law, seditious conspiracy is when people agree to overthrow the government by force or use of force to block the law or seize government property. That's a pretty high bar for telling somebody to refuse illegal orders, calling them seditious when they're not trying to overthrow the government.
Right.
Unlike many of the January 6ers
who actually tried to overthrow an election. Like, dude, this stuff is disgusting. This is nothing but political bullshit. He's playing politics. He's playing games like always. This is disgusting stuff. They don't have to follow illegal orders. I mean, it's written. It's in black and white. They can say that if they fucking want to. They didn't say anything against the president. And this is bullshit. And Republicans, yeah, you can't say that. He's a traitor. Like, dog, y'all are fucking followers. You can't think for yourself for nothing. Dude to come for your grandmother and you be like, yeah, grandma, you tripped. You shouldn't have done that. Like, man, y'all, woo, whoa. Your own neighbors, man, to turn you in, bro. These people are wild, man. But legal experts, and this is important, are already saying that nothing in that video meets the standards that Trump and Pete Hegseth is trying to raise it to. Telling the military not to obey illegal orders actually lines up with the law, you stupid fucks. And with the oath service members take every time they become a military member.
Yep. One Republican congressman, Don Bacon, even called out his own side. He said that the Democrats' video was unnecessary and dumb, but that the threats of sedation charges and court-martial or even dumber.
Right.
It's like amateur hour.
Mm.
His exact words. He called it amateur hour.
I mean, I don't agree with Mr. Bacon. I think that it was needed because Trump is really trying to take over the military and make sure that the military is under the Republican wing. He called Democrats gnats. He said that we should train our soldiers on Democratic cities. That's what the president said. You're a stupid ass leader. That's what he said. So yeah, man, I think that it is just cause for Democrats to go and make this video because, man, what is going on with this guy? Like, it's disgusting stuff, man. But here's the bigger issue. If the president can label basic reminders of military law as sedition, then any criticism from veterans or lawmakers about illegal orders could be turned into a criminal case. That's not about patriotism. That's about shutting people up, taking away their First Amendment rights. And that's exactly what this president is doing.
And remember, Mark Kelly isn't just any senator. He's a former Navy combat pilot and an astronaut. Recalling him to active duty just to drag him into a military court because you don't like his speech. Again, freedom of speech. Legal scholars are already saying that the chances of a successful prosecution are basically zero. But that's thanks to the First Amendment protections, right? That freedom of speech you also love so much to ignore. Congressional immunity and the checks built into the military justice system.
Let's be real, man. This is part of a bullshit pattern. Trump has called these lawmakers traitors, pushed the idea that they could face the death penalty, and the FBI is now knocking on their doors, legal or not. It sends a clear message. Criticize Trump, and I'll aim the full weight of the government at you.
Yep.
That is what this dude is doing. Mm-hmm. Don't tread on me, huh? Fuck out of here.
And commentators like Anna Navarro have already warned that this kind of language is only gasoline in a country that's already seen political violence. She pointed out that the same climate where people are getting killed over politics, a president amplifying hang them posts, is beyond reckless. Or did you guys forget Charlie Kirk getting assassinated for his freedom of speech?
Right.
For his words.
Right. Now, that's okay when it's the Democrats. That's fine. They should be put in jail for their words. But, oh, my God, Charlie Kirk should be able to say whatever evil stuff he wants to say, and no one should kill him. But these people saying things that are already written, already in the oath, and they should go to jail and they're traitors? Like, man, I don't understand how they don't see the hypocrisy, but we know they're fucking with people with low IQ who don't care about anybody.
Who are uneducated.
And the only thing they care about is their fucking way and their fucking style and their fucking political view, and fuck everyone else. That's their fucking view. So we just lived through January 6th. We watched threats against officials skyrocket. We watched murders in fucking Minnesota. It's been political shit happening. The shit is skyrocketing right now. And the president is doing nothing to bring down the temperature. The president, he talks about executing people. Executing his political opponents. Talk about killing them. And people hear that as a green light, man.
And remember, this all started because 6 lawmakers said you do not have to obey illegal orders. That's it. The fact that that statement is being branded as sedation tells you a lot about what this administration and where it's headed at.
Yeah, man.
They're telling you to follow the law.
Yeah, man. These people can say what the fuck they want to, no matter what the right say. Nobody is causing the troops to distrust the commander. Shut up. That's not gonna fucking hold up in court. Look, they're trying to take away his distrust. What the fuck are you talking about? By reading something that's already in the oath, they're taking away distrust? Did they say, hey, don't trust the president? Was those words uttered? Like, you're just talking nonsense, man. Straight nonsense. They just said, follow fucking legal orders. Do not follow illegal ones. That's it. You're trying your best to make something out of nothing. It's garbage. Folks here in Arizona, this isn't some distant DC drama. Mark Kelly is our senator, man. You might not agree with every vote he's cast, but the idea that a president can drag your senator into a military court because he spoke about the rule of law, that shit concerned every fucking one.
Yep. And if they can threaten to court-martial a senator today, what stops them from targeting activists tomorrow? Journalists, regular citizens who speak up. They could target you for posting something about Donald Trump, criticizing him on your Facebook page.
Right. And there's a difference between debating policy and criminalizing the opposition. Once presidents start flirting with the idea that critics are traitors who deserve death, we're not talking about normal politics anymore, man. It's another authoritarian regime, another authoritarian speech come from Trump.
I want our viewers to hear this. Reminding soldiers of their duty to refuse illegal orders is not an attack on America. It's a defense of it. The whole point of the military oath is the Constitution, not one single president. They take an oath
to the Constitution.
To the Constitution, not the president.
Mm-hmm. That's real, man. So here's the question we want to leave you with tonight, man. If the line between disagreement and sedition is whatever the president says it is, do we still have a democracy? Or is that a monarchy? Or is it just a personality cult? Because to me, it doesn't seem like that's democracy.
And what responsibilities do we have as voters, as citizens? When we see the machinery of the government being aimed at political enemies instead of actual threats.
Yeah, man. So we'll be watching what happens with this investigation into Mark Kelly, our senator, the FBI interviews, and any moment on the court-martial talk. But we want to hear from you too. We want to know what you think. But we're with Mark Kelly, and we're 100% against Trump and his garbage.
So, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think these sedacious accusations are legit or just a political theater? How worried are you about this kind of rhetoric leading to more political violence?
Yeah, man. And we saw the violence in DC today. And we all want to say, man, we do not need violence. We should be able to disagree with each other and still have conversations about what is going on in the world. The way Trump has ratcheted up politics to a point where everyone is on the edge. You got people attacking the National Guard. And to me, it shouldn't even happen because the National Guard should not be in DC. They shouldn't be there. And every judge that has looked at the case that has said it's illegal for Trump to put the troops there in the first place. And the first thing they want to do is politicize the murders of these people. And like I said before, we send prayers to the families, people who were putting their lives on the line. But I just wish they weren't there, that they were somewhere else. They shouldn't even be in the streets of DC. And this is Trump's orders that are putting these guys in the line of fire for no reason. So make sure you like this video. subscribe to Habari Entertainment, and share this with someone who needs to understand what's really going on behind the headlines. So we will catch you guys next Saturday, this Saturday. We want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Have a great holiday. Eat up all the turkey and dressing and yams you can. Have a good day, man, and we appreciate you guys for staying with us. We appreciate all the comments and all the commentary. But yeah, we will keep this conversation going, and we will keep you updated. We'll be back on Saturday, man, after the holiday to go on about this conversation and keep it up like always. We appreciate everyone. This is Habari Live, and we are out.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habaryentertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.